Sorry, but you've been told the wrong story. You've probably seen the headlines by now. The Doomsday Clock has moved closer to midnight again. And almost every time that it happens, the story is framed in the same way, as if the world is edging towards sudden collapse. But that is not actually what the warning was designed to mean. It isn't a fake story, but it is widely misunderstood. The Doomsday Clock was created in 1947 by scientists who had worked on nuclear weapons, not as a prediction, not as a forecast, and not as a timeline for the end of the world. It was a symbolic tool, a way for experts to signal that systemic risk was increasing, that the technologies humans have built were beginning to outpace the systems that were made to constrain it. The clock was never meant to say when something would happen. It was meant to say how fragile control is or has become. It's important to say this very, very clearly. The risks the clock point to are real. Nuclear weapons exist. Climate stress increases instability. Artificial intelligence reshapes power faster than governance can follow it. Global trust between major powers has thinned. And none of this is imaginary. None of it should be dismissed. But they are not countdown risks. They don't behave like a giant ticking bomb. They behave like systems that's under strain. The problem isn't the warning. The problem is how it gets told. Modern media tends to translate structural risk into apocalyptic language. Seconds to midnight, closest ever, the world on the brink. Fear is easier to communicate than complexity, and it converts attention far more reliably. But fear also changes how people understand risk. It makes everything feel immediate, emotional, and inevitable, when in reality, the danger is slower and much more structural. The deeper issue isn't that the world is becoming more violent. It's that coordinating is becoming more difficult. Arms control treaties collapse. Institutions weaken, trust between states erode, decision-making fragments, and when restraint fades, even well-intended systems become unstable. Most historical catastrophes don't come from people trying to cause disasters. It comes from miscalculating inside systems that no longer coordinate well. So the Doomsday Clock isn't telling us that the world is about to end. It's pointing to something more uncomfortable. That the systems that we rely on for restraint are weakening, while the technologies that we are building continues to accelerate. That imbalance, not apocalypse, is the real warning.